Alright, time for the first ride out on my brand new BMW R1300GS Adventure. Front end looks pretty big and blocky. It'll be fairly easy to make this as a Lego model and build it. It's all square pieces. I like it. It's clean at the moment. Missing panniers or bags, of course, so I put on a temporary Torratec waterproof just for some tools and paperwork. I walked away from the bike for a while, so that's why it tells me. There we go. Alright, this is my first time riding this bike that's not just going home from work. So I'm in full gear. I'm in climb, Badlands jacket and pants, and these are actually brand new, so I'm still breaking these in, so they're a little stiff. It's like riding in a armored suit, I guess it is in a way anyway, right? Alright, take it a little easy. We're gonna take it very easy. Actually, I have new tires, they're not scrubbed in yet. Brakes obviously need to be broken in as well. So I'm taking it very easy in the beginning of this ride. And of course, scrubbing. I like to try the cruise control too, with the settings that hold it the distance from the car in front of me. I wonder if you can do that here and see how that works. Let's set the cruise for 42. Keep 35. Seems like it's keeping the distance to the Jeep in front of me. The Jeep is braking. Let's see if my bike's gonna brake. I don't think it applied any brakes. I think it's just an engine brake. Alright. I'm not hitting the brakes, the bike's actually doing that. Alright, that works good. Wow, that worked really good. So, that was obviously a low speed first try of my cruise control, which is has the radar in front of the bike, so it keeps the distance to the car. I did have it on a cruiser bike, a BMW R1300GS a couple of years ago. Didn't love it. I love it on cars, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to get used to it. It's probably me, not the technology. Obviously, I don't see any use for it in bumper-to-bumper city traffic. That was just a test. But on the highway, it'll be interesting. New on this bike is also the SOS button on the side here. Obviously been on cars for a long time, and I've been on motorcycles in Europe for a long time. So if I, or when I drop the bike off-road, it will most likely call an SOS center, and you can obviously turn it on if you're okay. Just hold the button, I think in 2 seconds, and it cancels the call. You can also call if you need. If you see an accident, you need to call, to get help. You can hold the button and call a 911 center or SOS center. It actually doesn't go to a 911 center. It goes to BMW call center somewhere, and they will in that case call 911. Worked pretty good. I've seen quite a few bikes falling over. There are people who are not fast enough to push the button. Voice comes on and just ask if they're okay, and say, hey, please drop the bike. Everything is good. Alright, seems like you found a little gravel here. Let's throw it over in Enduro Pro and just cruise in and take a look. You can see that the ABS warning came off, because we really don't have any ABS at the moment. Not on the rear, just a little on the front. I'm not really sure where we are going here, so I'm gonna take it easy. Alright, let's continue up here. This is where I wish I had my mirrors that I could fold in. Obviously these don't fold in. low branches. Not too big of a deal. Don't like my mirrors knocked off. Not sure where it's gonna take us. See if there's an angry landowner here, but I think it's public land. It'll be interesting to go down there. That's a kitty. And turn around and maybe go down there. Alright, so I'm gonna try to turn around here. Let's see what other trails we have going down here. I thought it was the turnoff down here. Alright, we continue to the next one. I guess we can go down there. Let's continue straight here. At least you know where we came from. Oh, okay, here's a tunnel of trees again. My mirrors did not like this. Alright, I gotta get different mirrors put on. This looks to be a good area to explore a little. Just gotta make sure I don't hit any of these. I'm fine getting the branches on my helmet, and I do have glasses on, of course, too, so protecting my eyes. But don't having any planners on the bike yet, so I don't have a wrench with me to put back the turn signals again if they come too loose. Not a big deal. The suspension feels firm, feels good. No difference from my old bike. Feels a little tighter, but it's new and not broken in yet, so I would assume it has a lot to do with it. Alright, so learned a couple of things on this first run on with the bike. Number one, I do need to put at least a lower bar riser on. I'm not a tall guy, but I'm standing too hunched over when I'm riding on gravel or off-road, so gonna add that. It also feels like the cockpit is a little more cramped as far as legs. I know that the foot pegs on the this one with the Enduro package, you can adjust them down almost an inch, I think. So I'm gonna do that, but it feels more cramped. I also know that Black Dog came out with new pegs for it that are lowered. I think it's 1/4 of an inch. Might try that, because I do obviously if I hang my feet down, I can't reach the ground on either side, so the ground clearance for my legs are not a problem. But it seems like the distance between the foot pegs and the saddle is shorter, so need to address that maybe with other lowering pegs. Not a big deal, because you can always, if you're on the highway long stretches, you can either stand up or you can In my case, just let my feet dangle, and they're not going to hit the ground anyway. So anyway, thought I'd try a little off-camber riding here. Probably doesn't look very much off-camber on camera, but at least I try. Alright, like it. I'm sure it's the same, but it feels like the low-end torque is something I can actually feel. Keeping the clutch in the gray zone. Obviously you don't want your engine to die when you're in the middle of one of these turns, and I don't know, it feels like it's a little better than the old bike. I know that's just an emotion, but alright, so let's head back up to the garage and add a couple of bar risers. It's pretty wet down here, and at the same time I will lower the foot pegs to try how that feels. Trying to really take it easy here so I don't rip up the grass, to not make my wife angry. Alright, thanks for watching.